Welcome back to A to Z English. Today we are going back to the basics to learn how to form simple sentences. These are the building blocks of English, and mastering them will make speak and writing much easier. So grab a notebook and let's dive in. First, what is a simple sentence? Before we start, let's define a simple sentence. A simple sentence expresses one complete thought. It has three main parts. Subject. Subject is who or what the sentence is about. And verb. It is the action or state of being. Then the object. It is an optional. It is the thing or person receiving the action. Let's break this down with an example. First example. She eats an apple. Here, she is the subject who is performing the action. Eats. Eats is the verb. It means what action is being performed. An apple is the object here, means what is being eaten. So, this sentence is complete because it tells us who is doing what. It's clear, simple, and easy to understand. But remember, a simple sentence doesn't always need an object. For example, birds fly. Here, birds is the subject, who or what the sentence about. And fly is the verb here, means what are they doing. So this is still a complete sentence because it expresses a full thought that birds fly. Next is the structure of simple sentences. First is the basic structure. It is a subject plus verb. The simplest sentence structure includes just a subject and a verb. For example, I run. Here I is the subject, run is the verb. The sentence is complete because it tells us who is running and what they are doing. Another example is the baby cries. Here the baby is the subject and cries is the verb. This sentence tells us that the baby is crying. And that's all we need for a complete thought. Next structure is adding an object. Means adding an object to the subject plus verb. To make your sentence more detailed, you can also add an object. For example, she reads a book. Here she is the subject, reads is the verb, and a book is the object. The object answers the question, what is she reading? Another example is they play football. Here they is the subject, play is the verb, and football is the object. This adds clarity by telling us what they are playing. Next structure is by adding adjectives or adverbs. Sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object plus adjective or adverb. You can also make your sentence more descriptive by adding adjectives or adverbs. For example, she reads an interesting book. Here, interesting is the adjective. It tells us more about the book. Another example is they play football every evening. Here, every evening is the adverb. It tells us when they play. Next sentence structure is using prepositional phrases. Subject plus verb plus prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases provide extra information, such as where or when something happens. For example, she sits on the chair. Here, on the chair is the prepositional phrase. It tells where does she sit. Another example, the cat sleeps under the table. Here, under the table is the prepositional phrase, which tell where does the cat sleep. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's address some common mistakes. Missing a subject or verb. If you miss a subject or a verb, the sentence is not complete. For example, running fast. Here there is no subject, so it is incorrect. The correct sentence is he is running fast. Second common mistake to avoid is the incorrect word order. Play the football. It doesn't follow the sentence structure subject plus verb plus object. So the correct form is they play football. Next common mistake to avoid is overloading sentences. For example, the boy who was running and jumping and shouting loudly is very excited. The sentence contains a lot of overloading information. The correct form is the boy is very excited. So that's all for today's lesson on forming simple sentences. Remember, small steps lead to big improvements. Start practicing by writing 5 simple sentences in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to Atozee English for more helpful lessons. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.